The first season at Wroxham FC started off with defeat. It was going badly, but we've just started to put a little bit of a run together, and we currently sit mid-table, which for a team who are tipped for relegation isn't that bad, although it's very, very early days, and we face a high-flying Grays Athletic in this episode, so it could all go wrong again. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to episode 2 of Tier 8 to Greatness with Wroxham FC. We are currently 11th in the league. Things are all underway and going. We've played 5 games and it started off badly, but it's picked up and we're now 3 games unbeaten, and we've just picked up our first win of the season against a Bury Town side who should, really on paper, have absolutely annihilated us. If we go and have a look at our schedule or fixture list, whatever you want to call it, we started off the season at home to Heybridge with a 2-0 defeat, mainly thanks to this. That goalkeeping error there meant we were 1-0 down early on and we never really got back into the game. We only managed 1 shot on target the whole game. East Thurrock, again, we played a bit better this time, but it's a 2-0 defeat. Again, struggled to find a target. I think only 2 shots out of 15 we found a target. But then, 3rd home game in a row, and we managed to get our first point of the season. Hawkins gave us the lead right on the stroke of half-time, but they equalised late on and meant we had to settle for a point rather than the 3. In all fairness, it probably was deserved as a draw. A 0-0 draw away to Holbridge was next, and then the Bury Town game. Bury Town were playing very well in the league. They were flying high, like 4th, I think, or 5th at the time. And it was a pretty even game throughout. Little bits and pieces happened. Our XG was higher than theirs. But it was very, very late drama. We scored in the 87th minute with Forshaw getting a goal to put us 1-0 up. And then Shitu equalised for Bury in the 89th minute. And I thought that was a draw. And then Hawkins, 92nd minute, deep into stoppage time, picks up the winning goal to give us our first 3 points of the season to make it 3 unbeaten. If we just look here, as you'll see, we've only kept 1 clean sheet all season against Holbridge, and that was the debut for our new goalkeeper, Fergal Hale-Brown. He's been capped by the Welsh under-21 side. He's only got a 2-star current ability, 4-star potential, but we brought him in because basically our goalkeepers were useless. Even the new one that we brought in was crap. So we thought bringing in Fergal Hale-Brown might be a good move, or I thought it might be a good move. I don't know why I keep saying we. And it proved to be okay. He kept a clean sheet on his debut and only conceded 1 goal against the high-flying Bury Town in the last game. There have been other transfers. Kane Farrell has come in. Tony Stokes has come in since the last episode. Tony Stokes is a 35-year-old attacking midfielder, come striker and central midfielder. He's a natural attacking midfielder, but we're not playing with one, so he's playing as a poacher at the minute. He hasn't scored a goal for us. He's played 3 games and he's only got a 6.33 rating, but I'm hoping that he comes good in the end. And Kane Farrell is another left back with low star ability. I'm starting to pile them up now. I'm getting left back, left, right, and centre, and they're all a bit rubbish, really. We already had Adam Brumby and Jacob Skinner, who had a 1.5 stars, and we've brought in Kane Farrell now, who's got a 2-star current ability and a 3-star potential. He was actually recommended to us by our scout after a trial, so I signed him, and yeah, he ain't done too bad. He's got a 6.8 rating from his 3 games, so we can't really argue with that. There has been 1 outgoing, and that's Connolly Pointer, has gone to Harwich and Parkston, and then injured himself. But we have Frankie Scowcroft and Ryan Miles, who are in discussions with other teams to leave the club. But we are still looking at trying to bring in a few more players just to try and boost the numbers, give us that little bit more quality. I mean, if we look at the squad now, you can see that it's better than when we started. It's a lot better than when we started, but it could still do with being improved. We've still got all these like 1.5. Players like Adam Brumby and George Cousins have got a bit of potential, so they're going to be all right. But Jacob Skinner, who we brought in, is probably going to be out the door at some point. The same, Robbie Linford, probably going to go soon. Reece Mallet, another player that we brought in that isn't really that good. It was just basically bringing in who we could just to fill up the numbers. If you remember in episode 1, I said that we didn't have an assistant manager at the end of the episode. Well, we do now. John Francis has come in on £55 a week. He isn't the greatest, but for this level, he's got a 12 judging player potential, 9 people management, 7 judging player ability. He's good with working with youngsters, and he's got 12 attacking coaching, good adaptability, and good discipline. So, could be a decent assistant manager to have. His career saw him play for teams like Sheffield United, Burnley, Cambridge, Scunthorpe, and he's coached at Ilkley Town, assistant manager at Brighouse before we signed him. So that's the staffing situation pretty much sorted out. Don't really have any more room for any coaches. We're only allowed 2, and we've got Simon Lappin, who's our player coach, and Ronnie Orchard is our goalkeeping coach. We needed a goalkeeping coach because the goalkeepers we've got are absolutely useless, so hopefully they can be improved with a little bit of coaching. Right, got a game of football to go and play now. Grays Athletic are currently 2nd in the league, and this is going to be tough. But I'm hoping that the confidence gained from beating a team like Bury in the last game will carry over into this one. The team is Hale Brown in goal, Pitcher, Hazel, Birchall and Farrell, Black, Lappin, Adarkwa, Sarmiento Ramirez, and then I'm playing Hawkins and Stokes. I'm playing Hawkins as an advanced forward and Stokes as a poacher because that's his best role. I've been playing Hawkins as a pressing forward who's been tracking back, but his star rating's dropped since I've been playing him like that. So now I'm putting him as an advanced forward and I'm going to see if he can put in a bit of a better performance. Here we go. The game's underway and hopefully we can get off to a decent start here. Ball's gone back to the keeper. Hale Brown plays a long ball over the top. Black. Stokes has been tackled and the ball's been intercepted. Wynn has now put a Sude through and Grays Athletic almost caught us on the break early there. Going to have to watch that. Our pitch does favour those teams who play the balls over the top. For some reason, we don't do it. I've got a more direct style and I don't want to play completely like over the top, but I might switch to it at some point. Hale Brown with the long kick. I say that we're not playing over the top, and then that ball gets played, but it goes straight to their goalkeeper. And is he getting? No, he plays out from the back. Now Mahoney for Grays. Goes back to his defender. They're playing some good football on the wing, but that's an awful pass. Farrell over the top, but can't find one of our players. And it's a little bit scrappy. It's all a bit scrappy. Adarkwa, who seems to have picked up a knock, but here's Hawkins. He's through, and that's a good save by the keeper. Can Stokes get there? He does, and it's 1-0 to Wroxham. Tony Stokes with his first goal of the season. I said that I put him as a poacher because that's his best role, and it's worked. Hawkins was through here. Good shot, great save. But Stokes, the 35-year-old, latched onto it at an acute angle and puts the ball in the back of the net. And we are 1-0 up against the team who was 2nd in the league and could possibly be on for back-to-back victories over 2 teams who looked like they were chasing promotion early on in the season. Here is Adarkwa, who goes over the top for Hawkins. Hawkins, is he going to go back? He goes back to Black. Black. Sarmiento Ramirez shoots, scores, boom, 2-0. Come on. Let's have it. We do not look like a team who are going to be battling relegation at the minute. We've just turned over Bury Town in the last game and we're 2-0 up inside 20 minutes, inside 19 minutes even, against Grays Athletic side who are flying high. 4 wins from their opening 5 games, I think. But Sarmiento Ramirez there slots home for 2-0. And this performance, I knew that if we could just get the tactical formation right, I changed it for the start of the season, and I thought what I'm going to do is I'll stick with it. Even though we didn't score in the first 2 games, I stuck with it. Then we only scored 1 goal in the next 2, still stuck with it, and it seems now to be paying off. We've got a couple of better players in, we've added a bit more quality to the team, and if you only need to look, with 8 shots, 4 on target this time. First game of the season, we had 11 shots, only 1 on target. Second game, we managed 2 on target out of 15 shots. And we're a completely different team in the last couple of games to what we were that started the season. And I'm getting quite excited. Obviously, we still need to add a little bit of quality. We still need a better goalkeeper, a better left back, a bit more depth in the squad. But as it stands, I'm quite excited about our prospects this season if we can continue to play like this. I say that, and now Greys are going to look to embarrass me by coming back and slaughtering us. Here's Farrell, back to Birchall, who goes long looking for Stokes, but the ball's cut out by the defence. Lappin intercepts Adarkwa. Hawkins, back to Adarkwa, who seems to have picked up a knock, but he's still got very decent health. Hawkins crosses it. Black. Sarmiento Ramirez, and that's his second of the game, and 3-0 against the Grays Athletic side that I was a bit scared about. After our last win, I thought I'll come back for this because we've won a game. I wanted to come back and do an episode after we got our first win of the season. And I was worried that we would play our first live comms against Grays Athletic and get absolutely annihilated. But it's the other way round. We're slaughtering them. There's Black with a free kick. And it's out for a corner. Harley Black denied a great goal there. Lappin to swing in the corner. He does, but it's cleared. Only as far as Adarkwa, whose shot is miles clear of the goal. Ball rolls through to Hale Brown, and he will clutch it gratefully to his chest. Long clearance over to Stokes. Latches onto it. Hawkins. Oh, poor finish from Hawkins. We're going to actually make a couple of changes in a minute. We're 3-0 up. We're approaching the hour mark. We might as well rest some players. We actually have got Grays in the... I can't remember what cup competition it is, but we've drawn Grays at home again in the cup, and that's our next game after this one. So I'll try to rest a couple of players for late on in this game to give us a little bit of a better chance, because they're obviously going to want to gain a measure of revenge after today. And here's Black, Lappin, who gives the ball away, and we don't appear to be that tired, but Ronnie Wynn has scored for Grays Athletics, his first goal of the season. And yeah, we might... all my talk about annihilating them and slaughtering them might be a little bit premature, because we still have just under half an hour left in this game. Here's Sarmiento Ramirez, who gives the ball away to Mahoney. Here's Black, who finds Sarmiento Ramirez. Ramirez over the top. No, Adarkwa couldn't get there. His picture. Here's Adarkwa again. And here's ball, looking for Sarmiento Ramirez on the other side, and it's again cut out. Farrell, long ball over the top, and it's cleared again. And nothing much has happened in this highlight so far. It's supposed to be key highlights. And yeah, Asude Josh Asude gets onto the end of that one, and Grays Athletic have scored again. And from being 3-0 up and absolutely flying, we're now only 3-2 up and looking like second best. I'm not the type of manager who's going to just sit back and try to defend the lead, though. So I'd rather go for it and try and get a fourth goal rather than sit back and try and defend what we've got. Because every time I've done that, I've been caught out. Grays Athletic are going to start to try and show their class. And even though we went 3-0 up, we could throw it all away. And here's Asude. He's through again. And there's the equaliser. Josh Asude has equalised. And we've thrown away a 3-0 lead. I said I was getting excited about the way we were playing early on in this game. And now we've just gone to sleep late on. And Asude, our goalkeeping is an issue. Our defence is an issue. I'd like to think we could compete against anyone going forward, but we need to sort out the other issues before it's going to mean anything. And there's Black, but it's gone over the top. Right, I'm going to take a Darkwa off and bring on Forshaw. Put Hawkins back over on the right. Forshaw up front. Harry Pitcher is probably our best striker. So I'm going to put him up front as the target forward on support. I'm going to bring Brumby on and move Farrell over to right back. And hopefully those changes will be enough to at least hold on to this point. Asude is again in and it's 4-3. Grays Athletic, Josh Asude. That's his hat-trick. We were 3-0 up. Right, I've changed things. I'm going more direct, but I don't know if it's too late to actually make a difference. I've moved to attacking. Here's Black, picks it up, goes over the top. Forshaw is through here. And yes, Jamie Forshaw. Again, the substitute scores a goal, but it's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. Black picks it up. You can't even see the lines. They showed the lines, but they weren't even there, was it? We have thrown away a 3-0 lead and we've lost 4-3 at home to Grays Athletic. I was getting all excited about the prospects of how well we were playing and the fact that we'd strengthened the team a little bit, but the weaknesses showed. Hale Brown, 5.8 in goal. A 2-star goalkeeper at this level is probably never going to be good enough. But I'm having trouble signing anyone else. Any decent goalkeepers that I see, I put bids in for, offer them a contract, and they go elsewhere. Someone else comes in for them straight away. Sarmiento Ramirez was Harley Black was our best player, but Sarmiento Ramirez 2 goals with a 7.6. We competed. We competed against a team that are flying high at the top of the table. Possession wasn't far off. XG was very similar. We had 22 shots on goal, 9 on target. They only managed 9 shots on target. 9 goals. I can't even talk. They managed 9 shots with 5 on target. So we've more than double their amount of shots, but only 4 more, well, nearly double what they've done. Oh, so frustrating this game. That defeat drops us down to 14th position, and we are only 2 points clear of New Salamis in what I presume is some sort of playoff position, seeing as it's a different colour. And we are 3 points off of Galston, who are our next league game. Grays Athletic have played 7, have got 15 points. And our joint top with Malden and Tiptree, who have got a goal difference of plus 14 after just 5 games. They scored 7 goals in their game against Coggles all today. So they're a little bit good, aren't they? Nana Adarkwa, whose fitness stayed nearly full heart for the entire time he was on the pitch, has got a twisted knee and is out for up to 8 days. So I probably should have took him off before, but I wasn't told to. That ends our 3-match unbeaten run. We should have won that game. I'm very, very disappointed. Like I said, the FA Trophy first qualifying round is against Grays next. I'm not going to show that. Then I'm going to play through a little bit. And yeah, I'll find a point somewhere down here where we can come back and have a look and see what's going on. I don't want to spend 10 episodes or whatever on this first season. I want to get it out of the way pretty quickly. So I'm going to play down probably somewhere down here, even get up to November, December sort of time, come back and have a look and see how things are going. Hopefully, we'll be doing all right. I'm still going to keep trying to strengthen the squad. I'm still going to try and keep pushing and pushing and pushing on. But you can only do as much as what the players do on the pitch. And unfortunately, in that last game, we just fell short despite the fact we took a 3-0 lead and I got all excited. And now I'm slightly embarrassed and I look a bit of a fool for getting excited by it because it all went tits up. That's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. I'm still disappointed that we didn't win after being 3 up, but shit happens, it's football, and we dust ourselves off and we go again next time. Hopefully you will join me for the next episode. Until then, take care. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye for now.